Welcome to day 2 of my Snake and Columbia River riverboat cruise on the American Empress. I'm going to tell you what it was like boarding the ship during a pandemic, the hop-on, hop-off tour system that they utilized, and visits to 2 museums. If you're at all interested in riverboat cruising or you'd like to know more, I think that you will find my series of videos on this trip very helpful. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Thanks for joining me on my riverboat series of my trip on the Snake and Columbia Rivers. I hope that you enjoy this series and will consider subscribing to my channel so that I can grow my channel and offer you more videos. Please click the little subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos. Everything I had read prior to the cruise indicated that we would need to wear masks when boarding the ship and on the buses. But the minute we got on the ship, we were informed that we had to wear the masks at all times, except when in our cabins or when eating or drinking. It seems that the states of Oregon and Washington had issued ordinances requiring mask wearing, and they had to comply. In fact, the state of Washington required masks indoors, but the state of Oregon also required masks outdoors as well as indoors. So it was very strict, and let me tell you, there was no discussion about it either on the ship or off the ship. So there was a lot of mask wearing, but still, we were traveling for the first time, and it was great to see new things and to get away. This is our itinerary. We started in Clarkston, Washington, and sailed on the Snake River initially, and then when we got to Richland, it became the Columbia River. The hop-on, hop-off buses are the greatest thing ever. They travel along on the highway next to the riverboat and are there at the dock when we disembark. There's no extra charge for this. It's included in the fare. The evening before we dock in a new city, we go to the lobby and use the hop-on, hop-off machine to punch out a ticket for the time we would like to get on the first bus. We also receive a map of that new city with the stops that the bus will be making and a description of these stops. We can go to whichever stops we want. We can stay as long as we like. And when we're finished, we just go back outside to the American Queen bus stop and a new bus will arrive in about 15 minutes. Our first stop was the Nez Perce Historical Park Visitor Center and Museum. It's actually in Spalding, Idaho, so now I can say that I visited Idaho, a state I've never been to before. The history and culture of the Nez Perce people is spread out over 4 states. For thousands of years, they lived a life of bounty here. Then within a 50-year span, their culture changed forever with the arrival of the missionaries, gold seekers, and soldiers. Here are some of their beautiful clothing and crafts on display. The Sweat Lodge is a sacred place where one can go to cleanse both body and mind. We took a short hike down to the site of the Spalding Mission, where an Indian agency cabin from 1862 still remains, plus the agent's residence and the archaeological remains of a grist mill and sawmill from 1840. Well, we're walking up the hill back to the museum and the bus stop for the hop-on, hop-off buses. It's been a beautiful walk. The scenery is lovely. We saw an old house and an old bridge, the stream. We had to be back on board by 2 p.m. for our departure. We're finally moving. The scenery here is gorgeous on the Snake River. Although there were 4 stops on the hop-on, hop-off route, we were only able to stop at 2 of them because the ship left at 2 p.m. and the circuit took 1 hour and 13 minutes, and we just couldn't fit it all in. That evening after dinner, the quartet played Beatles music in the showroom, and the guitarist played Beatles music in the paddle wheel lounge. I hope you enjoyed hearing about Clarkston. The next installment will be about Richland. Let me know in the comments if you've ever visited these cities and what you thought about them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.